What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and today I want to talk about Michael Irvin and Jerry Jones up in the press box. Now, guys, I didn't actually see this live. I was handling some things around the house. The game was out of reach at this point. I believe it was like 31-6. And first of all, man, I want to congratulate the Dallas Cowboys on their win. You know, a lot of people didn't expect them to come out and play that way, even though, you know, they've been a superior team to Tampa Bay all year. I think they lost to them in week 1, if I'm not mistaken. And it's like, you know, it's almost like a disaster is going to happen with Dallas over the last few years, you know, in the playoffs. So kudos to them for going out and handling business and advancing to see the San Francisco 49ers in the next round. Now, as this game was almost out of control, like I said, I was handling some things around the house and I didn't see this live, but you remember when Jerry Jones was just under all that heat about the photo, right? And it's went away, and you know, they're playing now, and I think it was on the heels of like that Kyrie stuff that was going on. A lot of people was in trouble for not giving Jerry that same energy, and Michael Irvin was one of them. When he was talking about in the photo, Jerry's face didn't look like he was even there to do nothing. That was one of the things that stuck out in that article with the Dallas Morning Star. But long story short, I was getting texts. I was seeing people on Twitter, and they were losing it. They was putting, you know, the Samuel Jackson, Leonardo DiCaprio photo up from Django, and they were saying, you know, that was Michael Irvin, and you know, Leonardo was Jerry Jones. And so I went to see what this was. I rewinded my TV, and boom, I see what they talking about. Let me show you the video.
Continues to fly around. Micah Parsons with pressure. Of all the teammates you played with over the years, and you played with some greats and some Hall of Famers. Special man. Yes, he is. Greats and some Hall of Famers. Special man. Yes, he is.
People are still clearly upset about that Dallas Morning Star article when things was going down with Jerry Jones about that photo being leaked, and how he responded to it, and how Michael Irvin, Stephen A. Smith, and several others came right to his defense blindly, and they didn't feel like Kyrie was shown that same love during his ordeal, right? So, wow, like as you can see in the video, he's leaning all over Jerry, hugging him, just happy. And so my position on this is, one thing that bothers me is when I hear people say that they keep it 100 all the time, no matter what. You know, like their personal relationships or opportunity, or someone they feel like could give them an opportunity, doesn't influence how they feel about circumstances that are similar with different people. Most people, there is always variables there that'll prevent someone from keeping it quote unquote 100. So let's just stop with that. As far as last night, he was up there with Jerry. You know, I expected him to be excited with Jerry personally. I didn't overly analyze it, but I do see why people could be upset. What people are saying is that he stayed hush hush so that moments like last night can happen. He just enjoys Jerry's company so much that that he's gonna be quiet on things that, and ain't nothing wrong with being quiet. It's the fact that he spoke up and spoke against anyone that even saw it that way. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that had their perspective opposing his, he was going in on them. So people are going to turn a blind eye or not go as hard on someone if they feel like, one, you know, they can give them an opportunity, and two, they got a relationship, you know, that spans over multiple decades with someone. Most people aren't going to just chastise them the same way that they would someone that they didn't know, and that's just the bottom line, man. Now, Jerry, he did offer some assistance to Michael Irvin when he was going through his struggles and battles with the drugs, you know. So there's that dynamic there too, where someone that may have been a certain way to somebody, you know, that's not Michael Irvin's experience with him. So it was, he did play a part in helping, let's face it, I mean, helping save Michael Irvin's life during that rough patch, you know, seeing about him and doing different things for him during that rough stretch there. So I can't blame him from that standpoint, because he probably got more help from him than people that, you know, that are speaking out on certain issues, you know, and not saying that absolves him of that, but I see why, with his mentality, why he feels indebted to him, if that makes sense. Me personally, it don't matter what I think at this point. You know, the media has pushed it under the rug, and so is people who were mad at the beginning of it, you know. But I just wanted to share that with y'all and just see what y'all think about that, because I thought that was interesting that I was getting text messages, DMs and different things about this. And, you know, that situation with Jerry Jones was a while ago. So it just show you, you know, how people hold on to certain things, man. I want to know what you guys think in the comments, man. Is Michael Irvin, you know, was his silence or his defense of Jerry Jones so that he can just stay in good standings with the organization, or, you know, he genuinely felt what he said? You know, I want to know what you guys think in the comments, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.
Yeah, that was 65 years ago, and a curious kid. I didn't know at the time the monumental event, really, that was going on, and I'm sure glad that we're a long way from that. I am, and we just that would remind me just continue to do everything we can to not have those kinds of things happen.
Any regrets of just being in the photo, being there at all?
What?
Any regrets on being in the photo, being there at all?
Well, I wouldn't have just dug that up, for sure.
Right.
I mean, seriously. But that was curiously, I got criticized because I was more interested in how I was going to be punished by my coaches and everybody for being out front. But nobody there had any idea, frankly, what was going to take place. You didn't. We didn't have all the last 70 years of reference and all the things that were going, and so you didn't have a reference point there. Still, I've got a habit of sticking this nose in the right place at the wrong time.